Right, boys. It's time. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinos, where today we are finally doing it. We're finally bringing back a dinosaur. And as you'll have seen from the intro, hopefully, if it's not terrible, we're doing Camarasaurus, which, if you don't know, is a long-necked sauropod from the Jurassic era. That is about to the extent of my knowledge. So, I know I said at the start of this series that we were going to build a sanctuary, but as I thought about it more, I just don't really know how to build a sanctuary, so we're switching it up to a park. But I'm gonna keep researching stuff about animal sanctuaries, so hopefully one day in the future we can make a dinosaur sanctuary separate from the park, maybe. But either way, we are going to be making our first dinosaur habitat today for the Camarasaurus. So make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good things. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. This beautiful year, 2025. Subscribing lets people know to recommend me more, or YouTube to recommend me more. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I am going to be doing a Q&A, so make sure to stick around for that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is obviously figure out what we're actually building for. So obviously we have Camarasaurus. I know that it's a sauropod and that lived in the Jurassic. That's about to the extent of my knowledge. But I don't know much else. What do we have here? Birch saplings, I've got plenty of those. Yeah, you're pretty much useless. Oh dear, it appears he's left. What a shame. But I guess we should really just look up a couple of things about Camarasaurus so we know what kind of creature we're really building for. Okay, let's just look up here. Camarasaurus. There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So, it is a genus of quadruped sauropod that lived during the late Jurassic period between 161 million years ago to 146 million years ago. Okay, well that doesn't tell me anything about its habitat. Okay, no, oh, here we go. Semi-arid regions with wet and dry seasons. Okay, so basically we're gonna have to make a savanna. Okay, I think we can do that. Okay, so basically what we're going to need to make is just a simple sort of savanna enclosure. That shouldn't be too hard. Let's just put our lovely Camarasaurus up here in our inventory. So if you guys don't know, for the location we picked was this small island, and I just trampled that son of a... But there is a savanna over here, though my original plan was to start the park over here. But I suppose we could build, like, maybe a bridge over here and, like, make this an enclosure, like, for some marine animals sometime. But we'll start over there, since the Camarasaurus apparently likes savanna. Ow. Okay, well, anyways. But first, let's just sleep off the night. Okay, I think what will be best to start this is probably to get some dirt or cobblestone to outline what we're planning on doing. So, good thing I have no shortage of cobblestone. So let's just get a couple stacks here. Then, we'll go over and start planning. Oh, hey! Some skinks. Those guys are nice. No, I do not have another axe. Okay, good to know. But I do have another pickaxe, so that's fine. I really do like these skinks. Maybe we should get one as a pet. What? Guys, let me know down below if you want us to get a skink or one of the capybaras as a pet. So, for now, our Camarasaurus will probably start out quite small, but this spot here is definitely not going to be big enough, so let's just travel along here a bit and see if we can find a spot that'll have plenty of space. This could be good for a carnivore habitat if Dimetrodon had won our poll, which again you guys did not vote on very much, so I just had to make an executive decision. Okay, here we go. This should be plenty of land for what we're going to do. Oh, of course there's a freaking ravine here. Why would there not be a freaking ravine here? Okay, well, either way, there'd still be plenty of space here. There's a pond lake thing down here. There's also a sort of savanna island there. That could be cool for something, actually, but let's focus on what we've got for now. So, for Camarasaur, I think I'll probably cut camera and do a small little montage, maybe, of what I'm planning for our Camarasaurus here. Yeah, I think I'll just make a small cut here. Okay guys, so here's my idea for the habitat. We include this small little section here as like a little pond, and then we use this sort of area roughly, and that will be our enclosure. Now I know Camarasaurs get quite big, but we should be able to use this space for now, since we're only going to have one, and we can always expand it in the future to like include this area here, or this area over here. But for now, we'll leave it as this, just because we have only one Camarasaurus. Now, I also want to do something with that ledge, like what you would have at normal zoos, with like giraffe sort of feeding spots. You would get like a platform here, some foods, and then you'd be able to feed the Camarasaurus at head height. Plus it also gives you a nice view over our little habitat here. We'll obviously make the hill steeper on this side, but for now I think this is a pretty good layout. So we'll just head back down here, and we'll head home, sleep off the night that's coming, and we'll get started. Now, one thing we'll need to figure out is what we want to actually build the walls out of, because I don't just want plain old boring walls. That's boring, okay? We need to figure out something for those, so I'm gonna have to play around a bit with what we have. Okay, so let's have a little play around with what we've got here. So we've got stone bricks, polished andesite, cobbled deep slate. What else can we get out of deep slate? Because I quite like deep slate. Ooh, we can get a lot of things. Get deep slate bricks, polished deep slate, deep slate tiles. What else can we get? What else looks good, really? Suppose these deep slate slabs look good as well. But I think we'll keep it with these three things that we have for now. Let's get these out. Doesn't feel like a very wide block palette, so let's just check with these. Okay, polished andesite we don't get a lot. And stone brick we don't get a lot. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go quickly cut and see what other blocks I can gather. Okay guys, so this is the block palette that I've managed to find. I went and got a couple more different kinds of blocks, like andesite, tough, but There's not really a whole lot here that I'm liking. One thing's for sure is regular tough and diorite I think are out. Cobblestone I think I'll keep. Smooth stone is definitely gone. I do like the darker blocks, but I just don't think they're going to be very good for our habitat. So we're left with mostly these. I don't think we're going to use polished andesite. Cobblestone will be good for gradient. I feel like I'll get rid of this tough block. I'll keep this one because I do like the tough blocks. I think this will be our color palette. So we've got quite a few things. The only problem is I don't have a lot of tough, and I've got to do a lot of smelting to get that much smooth stone. And I don't really have a whole lot of good stuff to help smelt. Like, I've got that much coal up there, but... Okay, actually I might have quite a bit of coal. Okay, let's get a couple stacks, and then we'll just put it up in our furnace, like so. Okay. But as for tough, I've definitely got to go mining for a bit, because I do not have very much of it. This video is going to take forever to edit. Okay guys, so I've just finished gathering the supplies we should need. Oh, there are 3 armadillos over there, okay, and I don't have a whole lot of food. Okay, well, I can just kill stuff around here. I will not kill you, and I will not kill the dillos. The cows, however... Adios! I am so sorry, little buddy. I was so close to hitting you. But anyways, I've gotten all the blocks we should need, but I just want to start by getting a little outline maybe of where our little platform will go. So just gonna get a little bit of dirt in here, just so we can get a proper support thing, and I am gonna need to move this tree. There we go. It's actually kind of convenient that I just mined an acacia wood tree, because I am going to use acacia wood, hopefully, to make this platform. Though I feel as though this could use a bit of smoothing out a bit, just so that it becomes a bit steeper. For now, that should be good. So I'm thinking we make the walls at least 4 blocks tall. And I say at least because God knows how big the Chimerosaurus will get. Oh my god, that's a freaking ostrich. I know I added another mod that gives us a couple more biome types to work with, but I didn't know it added ostriches. Okay, oh, there's another one over there, as well as a llama. Well, anyways, let's just start by getting a little platform out here. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Actually, let's just remove that and get rid of this one. Then go like that. Then if we just bring it out a little more, like so. Yeah, I'd say that works. And then we can just remove this a little bit and put in some wood here. Just like so. And then use our fences here, cordon that off so that people can't fall in and we can't get sued. Okay, that seems good. Okay, we've got our start, ladies and gentlemen. And I will collect these saplings as well, because God knows I'll need those. I'll probably need to make some more fences, that way this has something actually supporting it, but for now I'm just going to leave it. But I feel like it's probably a good idea to tear down these trees, that way I can fully see what I'm doing. So give me a second while I just tear down these trees. But while I do tear down these trees, let me know, what should we name our Camarasaurus? I will leave naming all up to you guys, and when I do get a name, if you guys eventually respond, I will name our Camarasaurus after one of the lovely names you guys have picked for it. So let's just get to clearing these trees down, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just destroyed the trees so that they'll decompose a bit, and made a crafting table and chest. But if you guys look up there in the top left, we've officially reached day 50. This is day 50. I don't think I've played in a Minecraft world for this long, actually. So this is actually an accomplishment for me, honestly. And I do hope to get even further in this series with you guys now along for the ride with me. Looks like the ostriches are gonna be here no matter what. But I think another thing we'll do very quickly is just clear out some of this grass, because I kind of want to do the terraining myself. That way I can actually get it to what I want. And Mr. Sheep needs to go bye-bye. Oh, would you look at that? Look who decided to show up. Do you have any food on you at all? Wow, you just want... I mean, you got slime, but... Oh no, and his llama's despawned. How sad. I kinda wanna see what I get from killing an ostrich, but I'm kinda scared as well. Because in the real world, ostriches are literally living dinosaurs and will kill you. Should I? You know what? The world won't miss one ostrich. Now, will it attack me? I don't think it will. Okay, all they drop is a feather. Okay, well that was worthless. But as for the sheep... Adios, amigos! Here we go. This should just be the last bits, and then I can just really punch the rest of these. And there we go. We have a basically blank canvas. Okay, this part I suppose I can just use a water bucket for. But there we go. We've got our now blank canvas of what we can do here. Let's just get rid of the last few bits of grass here. And we now have our canvas. Which, now that I think about it, this is actually a fairly decent amount of space. I didn't think this was a lot of space before, but now I feel like it's a decent amount. I feel like we can definitely fit maybe 2 Camarasaurs in here comfortably. But now that we've got more acacia wood, and some saplings of course, I think I'm going to make just a couple more fences for this little platform that we've made here. So let's just turn these into planks, get the sticks we've already got, and do this if it'll freaking let me. There we go. And let's just do this. And boom, we've got a little lookout spot. I quite like this, honestly. We'll just pop a couple torches down for now so that you can actually see. I don't know what you need to make lanterns. Actually, I can look, can I? Yeah, I've got crafting menu. What am I thinking? What do I need to make a lantern? Oh, that seems a little expensive. Okay, we'll stick with using torches for now, but I promise you guys, I will get lanterns in the future. But for now, I think we'll just get rid of the dirt from here, actually. Just try and turn this into a bit more stony cliff. And if there isn't stone, I can always just use some of the stone that I brought. There we go. Let's just mine out under here a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oh, those bits probably shouldn't have been mined, but whatever. They have been now. And now, let's just go up here and get some stone. And we'll start by just adding a bit of texture here. And you know what? I'll put these 2 bits back. There we go. So now, let's just start by texturing up this a bit. So first off, we're going to need a bit more stone. Let's just do this here a bit. I want to get a bit more texture in here as well, of course. So let's just convert some of these to cobblestone. If you guys can't tell, I'm not much of a building expert, so I'm kind of just winging it here. Let's get rid of this here. And let's just do a bit more like this. Then, actually, let's just see how that's looking. Honestly, I'd say that's not bad for me. By my standards, this isn't turning out horrid. So, I'm calling this a win so far, but actually no, let's put that back, and let's just add those there. Now I'm looking at it, looks like it's a bit heavy on the middle section, so let's just knock that out here, pop it there, then like so maybe? I think maybe if I add a bit of andesite into here as well, that might help with it. And I'm just realizing now that I am actually lowering on food. That is concerning. Okay, I might need to hop back home to get some more food, but in the meantime, we shall just get a bit of andesite and replace a few of these with it. And let's just go down here and check our cliff. Yeah, honestly, I'm liking this. Honestly. This is turning out half better than anything else I've built, honestly. Maybe replace that with a bit of andesite as well. Yeah, honestly, I like that. That has turned out far better than anything else I've built, so I am happy. And I'm just going to leave it there because I don't want to ruin it anymore. So let's just pop those in there. Problem is that did bite through my smooth stone a bit, but luckily we should just be able to smelt up some more back at home. So right now let's just turn these into sticks. Do that. There we go. Got 17 acacia fences, to which we are going to use as supports, and I need to get more slabs because apparently I forget that slabs are half a block. Should just need 2 because I don't think I'll put many supports on this, just a couple, so that it does not fall when people stand on it. There we go. Bam. And bam. 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 There we go. That honestly looks pretty good. I don't hate it. So now, let's see, what should we work on now? I think the best thing to work on now, probably back here, over here, where the back end of this habitat basically is. So all I really need to do is just make this a couple blocks higher. That way the Chimerosaurus can't just walk out. So let's just do a little bit of this. I'm worried I did not bring enough dirt over. That's fine. We have the chests over there for a reason. I'll probably make the back of this deeper as well. Just to be able to add a little bit more. Okay, hang on. There are bits that I did not do there. This. Okay, yeah, that stops it. Okay. So I can let it down a little bit. Just need to make sure that wall here does not allow for any climbing. I'll also need to fix this wall up a bit as well. Let's get all our dirt out this time. And since I don't have a shovel anymore, I will just have to use my bare fists. Something more along the lines of this should be good. There we go. I might just make sort of retaining wall of sorts. But for now, this works. There we go. Okay, that should be good. But I am going to touch this up a little bit, just so it doesn't look horrendous. Here we go. Then, just add a bit more here. As for this, I should probably build this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that looks natural. Sort of. There, that'll do. So now, we have a proper back wall for this, so that our Chimerosaurus will not be able to escape at all. And I am running low on food, so that is just wonderful. I think I'll just cut here and just get some food very quickly, so be right back. Okay guys, so I've gotten some more food as well as made shears and gotten a couple of plants. I also found Telestropheus fossils, so that's kind of cool. But now that we've got our food, we can start on this wall across here, which I think I'm going to make mostly out of polished tuff, because it kind of looks like stone if you had gotten it wet. So I'm just going to pull it up from the bottom here. So very simple. I'll do the back corners parts afterwards. There we go. Not sure why this singular block is missing. And then I'll obviously do a bit here so that it actually connects to the land. But for now, let's just connect this up to make it a bit more sturdy, because we don't want Chimerosaurus just coming over here and knocking it down easy. Yo. And oh, I am already out of time. Okay. Well, let's just get rid of the cobblestone on the parts we have done. So we've got this part here, and I honestly think that works well. It'll probably work better if we do a marine animal, but for now, I think that looks pretty good. And that, yeah, I think that'll definitely work well when we get a marine animal, honestly. But for now, that is what we've got there, and we should probably start figuring out what we're going to do with the walls. So I'll probably make them a lot more straight. That way we can actually get some detail in there, but for now, just get rid of all this, get some of this out. These are the blocks I have chosen that we're going to use. So first off, let's see, we'll use this wall here as a test. So let's see, just knock out a couple bits here. Now let's see, so I think stone bricks will be good to use as a base. Then from there, maybe we just do random sort of selections. Not too random, but I'm fairly certain you guys get the point of what I'm trying to do here. Let's just swap these up a bit. And let's see, what do we think of that? Honestly, not horrible. I feel like there is something that we could add to the top, though. There we go. Let's see, what do we think of that? Obviously, there are improvements that we can make in the future, but for now, honestly, I don't hate that. I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's just do that, and then take stone bricks out, and we'll use it to line the whole of the bottom here. Editor me, put it into a time lapse. Okay guys, welcome back after that long montage. We now have our lovely walls here, and as you'll probably have seen in the montage, I've added a little pathway here, because, well, I figured we need a pathway to be able to view the Camarasaurus other than from up there. So, oh, hello, little skink. I'm not sure how I'm going to connect these as of yet, but I will cross that bridge when we come to it. But I did do a tad bit of terraforming on this little mountain here, as you'll have probably seen in the montage. I did a bit of terraforming because it didn't look the nicest, and it bears me out a melon, so that's wonderful. But I just did it so that it sloped down a bit more naturally, instead of just being one straight drop. That way I didn't have to make it into a cliff like I did over there. Which I probably still am gonna have to do, but I'm probably running out of time for this video, so I'm going to try and speed this up a bit, so that we can actually get to the hatching today. But we've also just done this bit here. I decided to use andesite and stone to slope it down a bit. We also added this earlier, of course, and I did go back later and got all of my tough blocks to actually make this wall here. And I'm thinking I might get some slightly oxidized copper or something and make like a grate here. That way it shows that water is transporting between these two. I don't freaking know. I don't water work. But I think I'm just, for now, maybe going to put some fences here so that, or just here maybe, and we'll hatch this Camarasaurus because I'm probably running out of time. So let's just do this here for now, and then, because I'm fairly certain I've only got 5, but hopefully it should be enough. Actually, I need to think about this, because yeah, I'm gonna need quite a bit of fences, so let's just go here. Fences should, in theory, be enough. Okay, there we go. That's a little corner cordoned off. That way he can't jump out here. So now, all we need to do is hatch the little guy. We'll decorate and that stuff next video, because I need to get this out. I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been working on another video as well. So let's just hop down here to where I've added a door. Yes, it's an acacia door, because that's the only wood I had at the time. But I've put it somewhere where guests shouldn't see it all too much. So, got the sun up top, and we got our Camarasaurus egg. Just gonna double check to make sure there's no possible way it could get out. Is there a way there? No, because that spot there is... Okay, that's good there. And actually it could get out right here, so let's just quickly fix that. Boom. Boom. There. Should not be able to get out. So now, let's set the sucker down. Boom. Okay, that is a much bigger egg than I was expecting. I was expecting, like, fossils and archaeology kind of egg, but no, we've just got a massive egg. Unfortunately, there isn't any way to really tell how long is left until it's hatched. I'm not sure if I need torches to warm it up, but I'm going to put them around it, just to be safe. So I can't exactly check how long this has got left until it hatches, so all I can really do is just run around it. Oh my god! I was just reading something and this guy hatched. Okay, so we now have a little baby Camarasaurus. I'm actually not sure if this is a boy or a girl. I'll have to make a creative world and check. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first dinosaur. Look at that. Beautiful. I love the coloring on this guy or girl. Either way, again, make sure to leave comments for what you want this little guy to be named, and we'll continue on this guy's enclosure in the next video, like I said. Hello? Oh my god, I didn't think we'd actually get to the point where we'd have a dinosaur, but here we are. We have a Camarasaurus. Oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm nerding out about this, but here we go. We've got our Camarasaurus. Hello, beautiful. Alright guys, well that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Remember, if you have name suggestions for our Camarasaurus back there, leave them in the comments section below. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And until next time, my friends, have a good day or night.
Lions roar and tigers play. Elephants march in a grand parade. Giraffes stretch their necks so high. Birdies sing as they fly. Monkeys swinging trees to trees. Penguins waddle, feel the breeze. Zebras stripes black and white.